Hi, and welcome to this episode of The Home Team. I'm your host, Jeff Shaughnessy. Coming up, we follow the Medway Boys Rugby team season. We head out to a Ninja Warrior competition. We bring you the story of umpire Eldon Dunseith. We have highlights from OFSA Boys Baseball and Girls Slow Pitch. Last year, we brought you the story of the boys rugby team at Medway who won OFSA Gold. This year, we followed up with them through their season.
Medway's boys rugby team has been a dominant in the Wausau region the past several years.
The last 6 years, only 6 teams in the province every year annually play 4 games at OFSA. In those last 6 years, we have done that every single time. And sometimes we've played on the consolation side, and sometimes we played on the championship side. It all depends on how that first game goes. But ultimately, we want those 4 games at that high level to breed the experience for the guys moving forward each and every year.
So last season, we had a lot of guys that have been playing rugby for a long time. Everyone knew so much about the game and lots of skill. And also, everyone kind of came together as a team, and everyone just played for each other. And it's turned out really well.
By it went pretty well, Howard means that the team won OFSA Gold in 2018. While some of the players from that championship team have returned, there are holes left to be filled by the graduating players.
Some key players went on to play university and have graduated, but they've had their spots that they played filled with replacement players that had worked their way through the system and are now in grade 12 or 13 who know exactly what the program involves and what the gameplay entails at this level. And they're happy to have their chance and see what they can put together when it comes time for this to be their story.
The Cowboys' focus early in the season didn't go as far as repeating at OFSA, though that is the ultimate goal.
Just to keep improving, just to try and do better than last year, and to everyone to get better at rugby and play as a team, play for each other.
Our goal in every single game and every single training session is to compete to our highest level. And that includes the players preparing for peak performance and what they eat and what they drink and how they recover and how they rest their bodies to come out the next day just as ready to go as they were the day before. And the same thing goes with the coaches. We plan, we prepare, and we have everything in place for them so when they do show up, everything is at the highest degree, planned down to the second to make sure that everything is functioning to its maximum capability. We only ask the players to work as hard as the coaches do, and that return results in everyone working really, really hard and spending a lot of time and effort to get us to where we need to be, and that's competition. We don't say the word win. That's not something we talk about. We talk about competing, and the rest should then just take care of itself.
The rest did take care of itself for the Cowboys in the regular season. They beat Lucas in the TV Raw final to represent Wausau at the OFSA Championship.
We basically wanted to play our system, work hard, and do what we always do. But again, having to deal with those injuries, it was just the guys that were healthy, we wanted to stay healthy and not have to worry about getting more injured and just play our hardest, to be honest. First game came out not with the best start. We were playing the 16th seed, who ended up being a lot better than we expected. So we got off to a slow start in that game, but by second half, we kind of straightened up and really played our system and showed them a little bit more of how Medway plays.
We did think that it was going to be a bit easier than what it turned out to be, but that was okay because it showed us that we can't take anybody lightly. We needed to fight back.
The Cowboys beat Sacred Heart 26-12 after the aforementioned slow start. They then took on the number 8 seed Regiopolis Notre Dame in the second game of the tournament.
Our forwards were really good. Our backs played well. Our offense was really good. Maybe our defense needed a little bit of work at certain points, but they had one guy who was slotting everything from wherever on the field, so it was hard to compete with that, and penalties just kind of shut us down, and we ended up losing, but it's just a learning curve.
It definitely sucks, especially knowing that we could have done a lot more this year had we had a healthier team and less mistakes, less penalties. So it's harder to deal with. But that being said, it still feels good to know that we did accomplish a lot and did achieve a lot of the goals that we had set for. So again, I'm upset, but at the same time, still happy that I was able to get what I wanted out of playing rugby.
Reporting for the home team, I'm Noah Smith.
Coming up next on The Home Team,
So what we started to do is just like the TV show American Ninja Warrior, people want to put their skills to the test. And so what we do is we make a course designed by age group.